Wow, it got really quiet in here. How are y'all doing this evening? Y'all ready to have a good time this evening? I hope so. What I'd like for you to do, if you recognize one of these songs we're singing, y'all just join in with us. The words will be up on the screen at the very bottom, so we'll have a good time. Now, there will be a time that I will ask you to stand up and sing. But that's not a solo time or anything. So just be prepared for that. And it's just a great time where we can celebrate what all God has done through this nation, through the years. And like I said this morning, it's a time of worship, a time of acknowledging what God has done and thanking Him for the land that we live in. Here we go. perfectly. It's America. And America is a nation that sings. We are a people who have always shared our extraordinary story through song. Whether it's kids whistling Yankee Doodle at a picnic, or the soaring national anthem around an Olympic podium. We are hymns rising from a one-room church down the creek bank to old 45s in the jukebox around the corner diner. We are marching bands during homecoming parades and a solitary bugle as the sun sets behind a country cemetery. The song may change, but the spirit has always remained the same. The song of America began long ago, and it began first in the home. It started with families setting their sights on the western horizon. They built the country with the labor of their hands and the passion of their hearts. When America was little more than 3,000 miles of wilderness, the folk songs of generations were sung by these pioneers as roads forged that would make an entire nation. As the 18th century sped forward, many roads were replaced by the emergent efficiency of the railroad system. And on May 10, 1869, the first transcontinental railroad officially connected the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. Sometimes laying as much as 10 miles of track in a single day, the laborers encouraged each other with their rousing songs that echoed over the bustling plain. It was not only the wagons and rail cars that contributed to our vast landscape, it was the millions of vessels that charted America's winding waterways. From the flatboats to the mighty rivers, to the clipper ships and the distant dwarfs. The songs of the boatmen fill the fog-shrouded air between America and its two shining seas.
I long to see you.
The music that had first taken road and it grows from America's soil will soon feel the way to the rhythm and energy of their cities. From every corner of the globe, musical traditions have varied as American people would arrive through the gates of Ellis Island and be stirred into the great melting pot that is heart of American culture. Songs that had once been passed down from generation to the next would find their new home on a piece of manuscript paper in the pen of America's popular songwriters. From the lilting parlor tunes of Stevenson Foster to the infectious ragtime of Scott Joplin to the rousing marches of John Philip Sousa, American popular music was now celebrated by the entire nation. But there was one voice that was louder, brasher, and more unapologetic, patriotic than the rest. And that was Yankee Doodle Boy himself, George M. Cohan, a prolific composer and author of the early 20th century world of musical stage. He was the award of the Gold Medal honor from the United States Congress in 1939. The award specifically cited his compositions Over There and Your Grand Old Flag and their contributions to the national morale of World War I. It is the only time in history that Congress has given this medal for the writing of songs. Their formal proclamation declared, "This medal is bestowed because Mr. Cohen's ability to instill in the hearts of the growing citizenry a loyal, patriotic spirit for their country and what it stands for in the eyes of the world." Ladies and gentlemen, the songs of George M. Cohan.